What's up, Gravity friends? Week 2 of this awesome Bible study on worship. Last week we looked at Nehemiah and what he had to say about God's faithfulness and his people, our actions, and the other things that grab our attention besides him. And this week we're going to be looking at the prophet Isaiah. Now, if you've ever encountered Isaiah before, it's a fascinating and amazing book where Isaiah, because he was a prophet, he was connected to God in a really special way where God spoke to him, and then God speaking to Isaiah empowered Isaiah to go and speak to his people. And because he was a prophet, he could see visions of the future. So in Isaiah, we see lots of references to Jesus coming. And in this particular chapter, in Isaiah 29, Isaiah was he wasn't super soft with his words. Isaiah loved to get to the point and to say exactly what was coming to him from God, which sometimes came across really real and sometimes maybe even a little bit harsh. And so in this chapter, you're going to see what Isaiah has to say about some of the people of God. Now, what's interesting is when as I've worked with students over the years, one word seems to rise to the surface that we as followers of Jesus really want to try and stay away from, and that we feel like people who aren't connected to God use to think of Christians. And that word is hypocrite. And so as you read this passage, as you read this chapter, I think what you're going to see is Isaiah is clearly calling out people who say that they follow God, but live their lives in a way that doesn't look anything like they do. And so what does that mean for us? How can we be a people who are surrendered to our Heavenly Father, who absolutely believe that God is the Almighty One who created this whole thing? He made us and wants us to be with Him. He sent His Son Jesus to die for us. If we could just surrender our lives and follow Him as Lord, and yet that's more than just what we say with our mouths, but actually how we live our lives. And worship is about where we give our attention and our affection. What are we doing with our lives, and what are we living for? That's all that worship is about. So Isaiah he's going to kind of call it out, and then he's going to give some hope for what it will look like to put our attention and our affection in the right place with our Heavenly Father, and why that's important to do now, because it's what we're going to be doing for eternity. So, open up to Isaiah. You're in Isaiah 29. Enjoy the study this week.